Coming up on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, Operation Big Beach. We'll show you how this project has saved the city millions in storm damages, plus 32,258. That's the number of books these students read in an effort to beat summer slide. And first day of school, we'll make sure you're prepared for the big day. That and more coming up as we access Virginia Beach. Hello and welcome to BBTV's Access Virginia Beach, a program that informs you of news and events from around our city and schools. I'm Georgine Jones. Thanks for joining us. In the early 1960s, a huge storm decimated the Virginia Beach resort. The city worked with the Army Corps of Engineers to build a project that would ultimately protect the resort from future storms. Many years later, a new seawall and bigger beach was born, saving the city millions in damages.
Certainly something that I'll never forget. I believe I was 8 years old. Matter of fact, it was my birthday during that week, and my grandparents were down visiting as well. We lived on the corner of Atlantic Avenue and 63rd Street on the ocean side. I remember looking out the window and all of a sudden seeing some cars, referring to my father's car and my grandmother's car, starting to have water in them and even starting to float somewhat. There was some alarm now with the Atlantic Ocean being in the house. Shortly after the water came in the house, I'm happy to say Fort Story sent some Army ducks. They were called ducks then. They were amphibious vehicles going down Atlantic Avenue to rescue us.
Ash Wednesday caused a great deal of damage to the then boardwalk, promenade, and seawalls. And there are some famous pictures of just immediately after Ash Wednesday where the storm had completely eroded the beach, destroyed many parts of that old seawall system, and undermined the boardwalk. There's a picture of a National Guardsman standing on the boardwalk, and you can see under the boardwalk and see the oceans. There were numbers of buildings damaged and flooded. There were homes moved off their foundations. We went through that process and designed this project that has three major elements, and that's the new seawall, which is really the backstop or the final barrier. That, coupled with the new higher, wider beach, provide principally most of the storm protection. But because we built the beach higher and built a long, continuous new seawall, we were trapping all of the rainwater drainage from behind it. So the project also includes a series of pump stations where the water is collected, storm water is collected, and then pumped through pipes underneath the beach and discharged a few thousand feet offshore. The north end seawall terminates at 59th Street. Beyond that, there's a dune enhancement that acts as the same as the seawalls.
I remember walking along the beach there at 42nd Street, where at high tide the water literally was up against the old seawall there, and you could not walk down the beach. There was no beach left. So that big beach project was enormous. The seawall and the pump stations, that was a $125 million project. That was enormous, and that set the stage for the private sector to make investments in hotels and redo much of the investment, the private investment at the oceanfront. I think if they didn't feel confident that their investment was going to be there after the next storm, I think a lot of that would not have happened.
It's worked out phenomenally. When you judge it against damages averted, the project has paid for itself several times over. I think the current estimate is that almost $500 million worth of damage has been averted or prevented by the presence of this project.
The sand replenishment is the first line of defense against the storms. and the seawall, and I watched them build it, and it's pretty substantial. Having that seawall for the storm surge is very comforting. But having that boardwalk out there and that big beach out there is very comforting to me to know that the people that come here are pleased and they're going to come back, and they tell their friends and so forth. Because I mean, they don't want a rowdy, shoddy beach, and that boardwalk is very impressive. And I guarantee you, everybody goes home, tells their friends about that and their neighbors about that boardwalk.
The Ash Wednesday storm of 1962 is considered one of the most destructive storms to ever affect the mid-Atlantic states. As you saw in that last story, a big beach is crucial during strong storms. Sandbridge Beach loses approximately 200,000 cubic yards of sand to erosion each year. The Bureau of Ocean Energy Management, better known as BOEM, oversees leases to excavate that much needed sand during beach restoration projects.
This was before the 2003 replenishment.
Okay. Representatives from BOEM were in town recently to tour the beach restoration project at Sandbridge Beach. They have a decades-long relationship with the City of Virginia Beach and the Army Corps of Engineers to restore the beach.
We do lease the sand, and in collaboration with all those entities, we figure out how to do that in an environmentally responsible way. So obviously dredging the sand can have impacts in the ocean, and our job is to understand what those impacts might be and either avoid or mitigate them.
BOEM wanted to see firsthand the positive impact this project has had on the community. And while the beach is definitely enjoyed by many, the true purpose of the Sand Protection Project is to safeguard infrastructure and investments during storms.
20 years ago, we were actually losing homes to the ocean. Now we actually measure the width of the beach and the amount of sand that's available offshore. And since the nourishment project, we have not lost a single structure at Sandbridge Beach.
The last restoration project was completed in 2013, and they're typically done every 4 to 5 years. Sandbridge Beach is located just south of the resort area and has 5 miles of beautiful coastline, so go check it out for yourself. Statistics show that some kids can slide back in their reading levels during the summer months. A literacy program for Title I schools in Virginia Beach aims to prevent that.
Many of our students here at Parkway are living in poverty, and they may not be exposed to books and reading like kids who are not living in their situation. So our goal is to expose them.
There's no shortage of books for these Parkway Elementary students. They've been exposed to reading all summer long thanks to Title I Summer Slide program.
Students lose so much of their reading ability from June till they return back in September. And so this is a program to not only increase their love of reading, but to help keep their skills up so that they're practicing with their fluency and their vocabulary, and they're learning new words.
Targeted students from 13 Title I elementary schools attended the free month-long program. It included transportation, breakfast, snacks, and a host of fun reading activities.
I learned how to be nice and how to read big words. My favorite activity is at the library because we got to use books.
I read 30 books and my favorite book was Spider-Man.
From arts and crafts to reading with a buddy, the camp made a big difference for many of these students.
We had one little boy who said he never really enjoyed reading that much, and he's read almost 50 books since being in the program, and he said, I love reading. And so I think it has helped build the self-esteem in a lot of the kids and helping their reading ability to come up.
Along with fostering a love for reading, the camp also prepares students for the new school year.
In the past, I have been struggling with words, and now that I went to the reading camp, I have understand it, and I have gotten stronger in my reading.
More than 1,300 students participated division-wide. And get this, they've read a grand total of 32,258 books this summer. Now that's a lot of reading. This is the 4th year the school division has offered the camp. They partnered with the Virginia Beach Public Libraries and MOCA to help support the program. As many parents are aware, a new school year is about to begin. In a few short weeks, teachers will be welcoming nearly 70,000 students back to the classroom. bbschools.com can help you prepare for the big day. Believe it or not, but the first day of school will be here before you know it, and we want to make sure you and your child are prepared. Log on to bbschools.com for your one-stop shop for information on the big day. Learn what immunizations are required, student registration, enrollment requirements, open house information, and more. Mark your calendars. The first day of school this year is Tuesday, September 6th. With the start of the new school year, some familiar faces won't be returning to the classrooms this year. The school division said goodbye to 402 loving and dedicated staff members. Students from around the city wanted to say thank you for their years of service. Let's take a look. Those short-timers retired with a combined 9,689 years of service. Coming up next on this edition of Access Virginia Beach. Beyond the curb, we'll take you behind the scenes and show you what it takes to get your trash to its final destination. And girl power. These freshman ladies are learning how to start and run their own companies. We'll have that and more when we return.
I'm Aaron Spence, Superintendent of Virginia Beach City Public Schools. If you're someone who works in education or who wants to work in education because you believe you can make a difference in the lives of children, then I'd like to invite you to come join our family and come teach at the beach.
Welcome back to Access Virginia Beach. I'm Georgine Jones. With close to 500,000 residents in Virginia Beach, it takes a lot of work to keep the city clean. In fact, the Waste Management Department offers a host of services for citizens' disposal needs. Here's Access reporter Stephanie Sutton with the details.
What's involved in providing municipal trash and collection service in our city? Well, multiple services are provided in order to meet a wide range of residents' disposable needs in a cost-effective, reliable, and environmentally responsible manner. As you can see, there's a lot that goes into getting your trash to its final destination.
Collection staff have aggressively incorporated a number of efficiencies and were recently recognized with a national award for their efforts. Our dedicated staff members take a lot of pride in providing quality services and work with you to ensure we are all keeping Virginia Beach beautiful. We also need your help to make sure items are in the right container and prepared properly. Proper disposal is good for the environment, good for the community, and helps control cost. There are different services for different types of materials. Different materials have different final destinations. Automated trash collection in black trash carts or for routine household discards, such as kitchen waste and other miscellaneous discards. Your black cart at the curb will be serviced by a highly trained operator using a very efficient automated collection vehicle. Each operator services about 1,100 households per day. Once the vehicle is full, collection trucks offload trash at one of 2 transfer stations in Virginia Beach. Trash is then loaded into larger transportation vehicles for the next leg of the journey. Trash from black carts is taken to a waste-to-energy facility to generate steam and electricity. It's the most used and most expensive disposal service we offer. How can you help? Recycle what can be recycled. Before placing them in your trash cart, securely bag loose, easily wind-blown items. Don't put yard debris, dirt, concrete, or building materials in the black cart. These items are heavy, increase disposal costs, and cause problems in processing.
Instead, take them to the landfill and resource recovery center where you can properly dispose of household hazardous materials, such as paint, oils, fertilizers, and cleaners.
What about curbside yard debris collection? Clear plastic bags of grass clippings and leaves and prunings stacked at your curb are collected weekly, and no call is necessary. Please do not overload bags. Yard debris is manually loaded, and each collection truck and crew will typically pick up around 10 tons each collection day. In peak season, it can be much more. We deliver your yard debris to a local company for processing. Plastic bags are removed through a debagging process, and the leaves, grass, and prunings are then recycled into mulch by running them through a grinder. If you have larger amounts of yard debris than accepted within the normal curbside collection service, a yard debris container service is available. This service is by request and there is a fee. To reduce the amount of yard debris, please consider mulch mowing. It's better for your lawn and recycles in place with no cost. Start a compost pile. It's easy to do, saves money, and can improve the soil in your flower beds and garden. Disposing of larger items? Bulky item collection is provided for items such as furniture and appliances. This service is by request and there is no additional fee. Items are loaded with a special grapple truck, so residents are asked to allow as much clearance as possible when placing items at the curb. Watch out for overhead power lines, trees, cars, and any other obstruction. Bulky item materials are landfilled and then are gone forever. These items are not recycled, so we strongly encourage you to donate or sell items that still have useful life and recycle what can be recycled.
Curbside recycling is one of the most convenient and easy ways to do something good for the environment. Paper, cardboard, glass bottles, food and drink cans, and even plastic bottles are all placed in this easy-to-use blue cart.
An automated recycling truck takes your recyclables to a processing facility where items are sorted, baled, and then transported to be used to make new products. You're paying for recycling as part of your city services, so why not use them? Recyclables that are thrown away in the black trash cart cost $125 per ton for disposal, so it's like paying twice. If you have questions about what goes in the blue cart, just contact us. Recycling drop-off locations are also available for large boxes or extra recyclables. Our goal is to provide reliable, environmentally responsible, and cost-effective disposal solutions. You can help too. Donate items that still have useful life. Be creative and repurpose items. Recycle what can be recycled. And better yet, reduce waste by limiting purchases and avoiding disposable products.
To request a bulk item pickup, a yard debris container, ask a question, or share a concern, our friendly customer service staff is ready, willing, and able to help you.
So call us at 757-385-4650, email us at wastemgt@vbgov.com, or visit us online at www.vbgov.com/wastemgt.
Anybody out there interested in saving some money? Are you tired of living paycheck to paycheck? Well, listen up. The Department of Human Services is offering free monthly classes designed to curb your unnecessary spending habits.
If you have a solid relationship with a financial institution and other people, it will help you.
Bank On, the financial-friendly rest stop, allows participants to create a spending plan to help you avoid fees, pay off credit cards, improve your credit score, and build up your savings account. Monthly classes begin in September throughout the region. In Virginia Beach, the Williams Farm Rec Center will hold classes on the first Tuesday of the month, beginning September 6th. On the second Thursday of every month, starting September 8th, the Department of Human Services will hold classes, and on the third Saturday of each month, the Oceanfront Library will host a class. Those begin September 17th. Virtual classes are also being offered. Log on to bankonhr.org or call 943-9652 for further information. And the classes work. In a continuing series, VBTV highlights the success achieved by graduates of the program. Here's graduate Tami Bacon's story.
I heard about Bank On through paying one of my bills. I was on the VB.gov website paying my public utilities bill, and I saw the flyer there, and I was like, the brochure, and I was like, okay, this sounds too good to be true. My life before Bank On and classes, I was kind of struggling from one paycheck to the next, barely maybe $20 for 2 weeks, trying to live on $20 for 2 weeks with 3 children.
We have monthly classes. That's this. Right.
When I came to Bank On, my major goals were to be debt-free, have a savings, and increase my credit score. I was still a little skeptical, even the first class. All the classes were helpful, but even the first class was helpful. I learned how to take ownership and not just want to keep staying in the dark and being afraid to challenge myself and correct issues that were there, even if it meant me paying something off. I took ownership. It was under my name, my social, my responsibility. I think the most, I guess overall, every class, it kind of geared me towards, you can do this. Versus, I mean, I learned something from every single class, but the most important to me was the fact that the volunteers, my learning coach, and the instructors for my class showed me that I could do it. My one-on-one meetings with my coach helped me because Miss Ina Thomas was awesome. I was getting discouraged because I wasn't seeing results that I expected to see or thought I should see at the time I wanted to see them. And if it wasn't for her, I think I would be a nervous wreck. I would have a nervous breakdown. She encouraged me that, and she kept it real. She gave me personal experiences which made it real for me. And now that I've completed Bank On and I've graduated, I have achieved. I'm down to maybe 3 items, small items on my credit reports. I've paid down a lot of debt. I am practically debt-free. I have a savings, an emergency fund in addition to that. And my credit score went up anywhere, I think it was like 76 points. Yes, so I'm excited.
To become part of a team and get your financial matters in order, log on to bankonhr.org. Before students officially start taking classes at the new Entrepreneurship and Business Academy at Kempsville High School, 20 female scholars began their studies at a unique summer camp.
Okay, so one thing I want you all to understand is the magic in first impressions.
First impressions are important for these future business leaders. Angela Reddix is a Cox High School graduate and founder of Envision, Lead, Grow, a program designed to train girls to become future business leaders.
My important message is to envision, lead, and grow, to listen to their heart with their vision for the business that they have dreamed of.
Dreams, we all have them. Hopefully for these young entrepreneurs, their dreams can turn into business adventures.
You know, it's funny, we started today, they were very meek, they were very quiet. I'd like for them to just be bold about what their passion is. I'd like for them, when I walk in the room, to be able to say, this is what I want to do and this is how I'm going to get there.
The camp provides these 9th graders an opportunity to interact with local entrepreneurs. They're also engaged in problem solving and critical thinking activities related to owning and operating a business.
Our students get an opportunity to participate and learn more about entrepreneurship and business skills while in a fun environment with our business partners.
The workshop is one of the first student activities at the division's 8th Academy, set to officially open next month. Publishing companies, financial planning, and discovering cures for multiple sclerosis. Just a few of the ideas students will pitch in front of local business leaders. The winner will receive $500.
Well, I was kind of nervous on my way here because I wasn't sure because I'm normally shy. But when I got here, I've heard a lot of people say about things they want to do, and it's like, they're just like me. I have thoughts, they have thoughts, and they want to pursue their dreams as well as I do.
I like reading and writing, so I was thinking possibly a publishing company, or I have a really big passion for animals, so I was also thinking about starting my own veterinary clinic.
It's a lot of fun. I get to express myself and I get to enjoy the atmosphere. Also, I get to speak with other girls and find their passions.
Something that would help people better save their money and better know how to budget their money and know what to do with their money so they don't end up bankrupt.
Students gathered around tables thumbing through magazines to find images that articulate their passions. The rest of the week will include hammering out details of their plan and identifying potential obstacles. Students will also meet with local entrepreneurs to discuss the realities of running a business.
So the students attending this particular camp have the opportunity to be our ambassadors for the future, and will hopefully lead a group of students here at Kempsville.
School leaders hope the camp gives incoming students a taste of what's to come in the new program at Kempsville High. ABB crews will certainly bring you some of the highlights. And sticking with summer camps, the staff at Plaza Middle School recently welcomed 20 young men in 6th and 7th grade to be part of the school's Building Urban Independence, Leadership and Desire for Success, also known as Build Experience.
He says, kids learn early that walking with an air of being in control was necessary for survival.
At this point in their lives, it's vital for these young men to grow academically, culturally, and emotionally. But most important is being self-confident. By participating in mentoring programs that deal with science, technology, engineering, art, and math, they get a jump start on future learning opportunities.
After they did their math lesson, they went into the literacy section, which they're doing a book study on the book We Beat the Streets, talking about how kids came together and made a pact and became very successful doctors.
Build teaches everyone the real meanings of success, building confidence and bringing inspiration to those you work around or hang out with.
Since we started developing the program, it started to become more of mentoring and changing their mindset on education, changing their mindset on how they feel about themselves and what they can or cannot accomplish.
The Build Experience combines a 2-week camp session that challenges the young men with additional activities and mentoring throughout the year. Field trips, on the other hand, provide another challenge.
All right, you ready? Go ahead, hop on in.
Like a cool dip in the pool on a hot sunny day, the first week of the camp was spent poolside teaching these dudes how to become better swimmers.
We're going under the water, we're going to blow bubbles. We're going for 10.
That's Leslie Paul, founder of the really awesome People Swimming Program, or RAPS for short. She has been teaching young men and women the art of swimming since 1977.
We want them to be safe in the water. We want them to know that if they were in a bad situation, that they would be able to get back to the side, back to shallow water on their own.
And the race is on for anyone who is highly committed to looking to fun.
And the fun continues back at Plaza as students developed and practiced their leadership skills.
Yeah, familiar, find my way around, know some of the teachers, get a head start on learning and stuff.
Be a better listener, be more respectful and stuff like that.
Mentors, students, police officers, and firefighters also participated in team building activities provided by the Adventure Park staff. They will also spend a full day climbing trees and ziplining with the students at the park. And with that, we've come to the end of our show. But if you've missed something or would like to see it again, you can view the program online. Log on to vbgov.com/media. Then under the Alls category button, find and click on Access Virginia Beach. For everyone here at VBTV, I'm Georgene Jones, and thanks for watching.